Hey everyone, welcome back to the sunny side. I'm Sunny, and this video right here is the monthly horoscope, the monthly tarot and astrology reading for Aries for the month of April 2020. Hey Aries, what's up? I hope you're having a super amazing day. I would imagine some of the things have been pretty difficult for you. Before we begin, two things before we begin. First, there are a couple of signs that have had it very difficult in the last couple of years, and they've been the cardinal signs. So Aries have had it very difficult, and Aries have been pretty quiet about it. Aries have had health problems. Aries have had career difficulties, some problems at home, relationship stuff. It's been difficult for Aries. Libra's had it tough, and Cancer and Capricorn. All the cardinal signs have had it tough. And, this is going to be a tough summer. But this month, before, just to let you know, before I pull the tarot cards and before I show you your horoscope here, this is the one month that you have right now to really put things in motion, Aries, to really move forward and get on with things. Because towards the end of April and especially in the middle of May, we're going to enter into retrograde season. It's going to stick around for a while and it's going to get difficult. All the stuff from 2017, 18, and 19, all of those themes are going to return, and it's going to be tough. So it's a good time to start moving forward right now. Now, before we begin, for those who don't know, I'm a professional astrologer, and when you want a personal reading, when you're ready for a personal reading, excuse me, just check out how to do that in the description box below. Just set it up and we'll do it. Also, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel. And finally, we have a really cool app out. What am I going on here? We have a really cool app out here. It's called the TheSunnySide Astrology app. And there are links to that in the description box below. All right, enough. Let's get down to the reading. So that's the deal, Aries. Please download the app. Please subscribe to the channel. And when you're ready for a personal reading, check that out in the description box below. Usually on the weekly horoscopes, I only pull 2 cards. But for the monthly, I pull 3. Eight of Swords. Oh, no. The shadow side. So we're using the Witch's Tarot today. Usually I use the Illuminati Tarot for obvious reasons, but today we're using the Witch's Tarot. I like some of the themes in the Witch's Tarot. Some of them are a little bit they're trying to, some of the ideas in this particular deck trying a little too hard to be unique and not follow the traditional story of Tarot. Anyways, whatever. Here we go. We talk about this stuff on the live streams. If you're interested in that, we're checking on live stream. Anyways, the shadow side. This card is equivalent to the devil in the Rider-Waite Tarot. And this card indicates giving up too much of your, it's too much. You're doing too much, having too much of a good time. Your regular side is your regular persona. And your shadow side is the part of you that wants to have a lot of fun. And the devil card is about having a little bit of horizontal ooh la la. And so it tends to be giving into too much drugs and alcohol, or giving into too much of a good time, or letting someone control you. So Aries, if you're letting someone control you, watch out for it. You're the one who's actually in control of the situation. So be cool with it. But you have to be careful, because after the shadow side card comes out, after the devil card comes out, things tend to come crashing down. So watch out. Too much of a good thing, Aries, is going to cause some problems. In addition to that, we have the 8 of Swords reversed and the 2 of Pentacles reversed. There we go. The 8 of Swords reversed and the 2 of Pentacles reversed. So Aries, whatever's happening, you're probably not seeing things clearly, but it sort of means being stubborn in your vision. And so you're probably, almost definitely, you're not seeing things clearly. You might be having too much fun. Someone or something might be trying to control you this month, and you're not seeing all of the possibilities. The 2 of Pentacles indicates you should have multiple sources of income coming your way. Money should be very good for you right now, Aries, but for whatever reason, you're not seeing all of the financial opportunities coming your way. You might be hemorrhaging money in certain areas. You might be investing too much money instead of holding on to your pennies, and things are going to get tough, right? So apparently you have the blinders on. You can't see what's going on. You might be giving too much of a good time, and money is going to suck the holy beans, Aries, so you got to watch out for it. Oh, thanks, Sonny. It's the first time I tuned into your monthly horoscope, and Sonny, is the first time, your first monthly horoscope you've done in 2 years, and all you say is bad things about Aries. I got good things. Aries is the best, man. What are you talking about? Aries is the best. You got to watch out for people treating you sideways, man. It's not just about you, Aries. Other people might be crossing you up right now. They might be trying to control you. All right, let's look at the astrology for the rest of the month. Okay, first off, money is definitely in a holding pattern. That should be obvious. As the month begins, money is going to be pretty good. So money's in a holding pattern, but it actually looks pretty good. But Venus is going to move this way, and when Venus leaves Taurus, for most Aries, or most people who are Aries rising, or most people who are Aries, the money is going to begin to wane. You've probably received rewards or received checks and everything for the money that's coming your way. You've already been paid, and it looks like you're going to have to watch out for it. Now, there is some good news. There is a possibility that you might get a new car. Along the way, you might get a new car, vroom, vroom, or a new computer, or a new cell phone. Oh, nice computer, Sonny. Well, whatever. You might get a new car, or computer, or a cell phone this month, which is pretty good. But, it's also a very good time for new business. But as for hardcore money, like the Quan, your everyday, hey, man, pay up. As for all of that stuff, it's pretty much done. So, for the rest of the month. So, that's it. I mean, you're going to make a little bit of money in the meantime, but it's going to begin to wane, and you're leaving the financial cycle. Next thing we have up here, the reason love is in the toilet right now is Mars is going to make a pass through your 11th house. As Mars passes through Aquarius, it's very seriously, you're going to be, you see, the 11th house is your hopes, dreams, and aspirations, and it's also social network and groups and social media, and Mars is disrupting. So you might want, on one hand, you might be putting a lot of energy into some kind of social media project. On the other hand, and you might put a lot of energy into be very popular right now. On the other hand, there's a strong possibility that you're going to be fighting with groups of people. On top, okay, so let's do this. So one hand, let's go back to the good stuff. One hand, a lot of energy into social media right now. You're working on your Instagram game. You're working on your YouTube game. You're working on getting those Facebook peeps up and, really doing it. You might join like a sports team. You might join a reading club. You might join a drinking league. I don't know. But something like that, something you're putting a lot of energy into the group. On top of all of that, that's also a possibility that you're putting a lot of effort into getting promoted. But the group is not necessarily enamored with you. So watch out for fighting with groups of people. Now, Aries gets a bad rap for fighting everybody. But they just don't understand the way you are. When you understand Aries and the way Aries operates, you're gonna be like, it's just Aries just having fun, goofing around. And so, but the peeps aren't gonna see that right now. The world is a little bit stressed out, and they need Aries confidence and Aries aggression and Aries fiery nature and Aries, let's get this done. There's leadership quality. The world needs your leadership quality, Aries, and they don't need the confrontational, butting heads, playful Aries. And if you have that Aries come out, that Aries is going to be met with a lot of pushback and fighting on social media and fighting with the group. So watch out. And you're just beginning this cycle. And it's important because if you don't do things well, next month you're going to pick up a legitimate hater. And they're going to stab you in the back. So watch out for that. In addition to all of that, so Mars is just entering Aquarius right now. You're just beginning that phase right now. Saturn is moving into Aquarius right now. So you're going to feel this restriction or this control, or even though you're trying to do this social media thing or this groups of people, you're going to get a lot of pushback, and you might feel somewhat isolated and alone as you move through this entire experience. All right, next. So that's the big push for the beginning of the month. So Venus, obviously, so Mars is moving through Aries. It's going through Aquarius. It's going to be there most of the month. It's going to be fighting with your friends. Venus is moving through Gemini, so you're going to be attracting. It's a great time for new business, Aries. It's a great time to work the phones. It's a great time if you want something, you should ask, because people are very receptive to your spoken word right now. In addition to that, you might get a new car or a new cell phone or computer this month, and that's pretty good. Also, good things should be happening with brothers and sisters, or people you consider to be brothers and sisters. Next, cruising through. Let's see. The next thing that's going to happen, the next thing is interesting. There's, come on, this right shape here. Wow, computer's slow. All right, for a Mac, it's a little slow. Okay, here we go. So right around the 7th, we're going to have a full moon. It might be the 7th or the 8th. This depends on the time of day. This looks like the full moon's going to be on the 7th. Or the 8th later. Anyways, what's happening is this is what it looks like. The sun is over here and the moon is over here, and there's an opposition. It happens every month. And that means whenever there's a full moon, something is on display. Something that you're hiding or something that you're doing behind the scenes is on full display. Now, the sun is your perspective. It's what you're looking at. It's what everybody looks at. It's how you see the world, and subsequently how you react to what you see in the world. And that's what the sun means. Whatever, man. Lots of people say, oh, it's your ego energy. Well, they don't have, that's a very thin vocabulary way of describing a sun setting. The sun is where the light is in the chart. It's where people are looking, and it is your perspective, how you see and how you react to what you see. The moon, however, is who you really are, and it's what you want to be doing. And so whenever the sun fully illuminates the moon, full moon, everybody can see what it is that you've been doing. And for you, Aries, this month, the full moon is going to be directly opposite the sun. It's going to be in Libra. And in Libra, that means, Aries, something about your relationship, something about the people you've been hanging out with, something about that girl you've been dating. Everybody's going to find out who you've been dating. They're going to find out if you married somebody. They're going to find out who you're working with. The people that you hang out with every day, people are going to find out about it. So if you shacked up with someone, so Aries, if you've been secretly dating somebody, everybody's going to find out about it. If someone has a crush on you and wants to partner up with you, you're going to find out about it. If someone's planning to marry you, surprise marry you, or an Aries, if you're dating an Aries, they might propose to you on the full moon. It's this kind of energy towards the end of the first week of April, the beginning of the second week of April, where there's the Aries, right? It's not going to drag on. Aries is going to push through. But this kind of energy is really going to come out, and that's what it is. Full moon means something is on display. Your hidden nature, something you've been working towards, is on display. And for most Aries, it's going to be something about a relationship. And even if you're not in a relationship, expect someone who has a crush on you to pop out and find out, wow, I don't know this. So that's the deal with the full moon. The next big thing to watch out for is actually going to happen a little later on. And this is the final thing, the final push for the month. It's going to happen over here. And this is going to get tense. Towards the end of the month, I have this April 13th. Towards the middle of the month, the moon is going to make a run through all of this stuff. And this is the stuff that's giving us a lot of problems. So on one hand, towards the middle of the month, something from the past is going to come back. Something, maybe an old job offer, Aries, or you're going to apply for an old job, or something very public. You are going to want to deal with some kind of very public issue, maybe some kind of career issue. Maybe you're going to want to get out there and clean up a mess. And then as the moon transits through all of this stuff around the 15th and the 16th, this is all the nonsense that's been happening to you the last couple of years. You're going to take one major push mid-month to deal with all this, holy cheese that's been going on and dragging your ass. And that's the major push for this month. So here we go. And then later on in the month, there's one more, there's another one where the moon goes over here and then there's a new moon. But whatever, we already know that's going to happen. So here we go, Aries. Big deals, the big deal stuff that's happening. First, Mars is putting a lot of energy into groups. Second, it's a good time to buy a car, a computer, or a cell phone. Very good time to do that kind of thing. It's a very good time to speak up because your words are golden and people are listening to you right now. halfway around the 7th or 8th, we're going to have a full moon, and your relationships are going to be on full display. So watch out for all of that. And later on, midway through the month, you're going to spend a serious amount of time cleaning up all the BS you've been going through in the last couple of years. And it's every month. It comes in waves. Every month you got to deal with some kind of nonsense. You're going to think about it. But Mars just crossed through there last month, and it was really painful for you. It would have been really painful for you. I would imagine most Aries had a very difficult March, and especially career-wise. Aries might have thrown major temper tantrums. Aries might have been violent, or they've had violence against them, and something very public and difficult for Aries. But now you're going to put the moon there, and you're going to clean up the mess and be very cool, because you are in the spotlight. So remember, money is in a holding pattern. You're still making a little bit of money for most of the beginning of the month, and then it's going to dry up. So watch out for that. New business, not new money. So watch out for that. Contracts, a good time to sign contracts. And love is kind of in a holding pattern. But I made the Lovescope on the way down, because these groups of people are going to cause problems. Aries, please subscribe to the channel. Please, please, please subscribe to the channel. When you're ready for a personal reading, just message me in the description box. Just set it up using PayPal in the description box. Watch out for having too much of a good time. Very possible you had too much of a good time. And keep your eyes open. The Two of Pentacles, like the Eight of Swords reverse, you're not seeing what's going on. It might be a little bit stubborn. And the Two of Pentacles says you should be making a lot of money right now, but for whatever reason it's drying up. You don't see the opportunities that are availing themselves to you. You might be feeling as if you're stuck, but really now is the time to push forward, because come the end of April, we're going to be in all of the nonsense is going to come back. So Aries, this is the month to take care of the deal. And that's the action. From TheSunnySide.net, I'm Sonny, reminding all Aries to please subscribe to the channel, please share the videos, and wishing everyone the best of a super beautiful month. And I'll see you guys soon.